In the city of Los Angeles, Detective Mark is having time off while grieving for his dead wife Rose, which has given him a drinking problem. However, he has to return to the station when he hears his son Trent has been arrested for getting in a fight. Officer Garcia convinces the other guy not to press charges, so Mark gets Trent out and proceeds to scold him thoroughly. Things have been tense between them since Rose's death, and it only gets worse when Trent notices Mark spent his money on alcohol instead of filling the car's tank. They decide to take the subway instead, and on their way there, Trent leaves some money for blind hobo Sarge. In the subway, Mark keeps fidgeting with Rose's ring and decides to hear Trent's side of the story, allowing them to have a soft bonding moment. Suddenly, the train comes to a stop at the same time a bright blue light appears in the sky. Mark checks with the transit worker named Audrey, who explains there's been a power outage and the radio's down. Then something makes the whole underground shake and Audrey receives a message through the radio saying don't look at the lights. When the whole train shakes again, the group decides to evacuate, and as they walk along the railing, they hear mysterious noises coming from above. Meanwhile, Garcia comes out of the bathroom and finds the station empty except for Officer Jones, so they look around and find the bright light outside. Everyone is following the blue glow except for Sarge, who isn't affected because of his blindness. The underground group reaches the station and tries to find a safe route to escape, but a woman is desperate to return to her family and tries to take the stairs outside. Trent follows her to convince her to come back, and both of them end up looking at the light, which makes half of their faces go black. Mark notices this and closes his eyes to grab his son to keep him here while the light suddenly becomes a beam that takes away every person that looked at it. When Mark opens his eyes, he discovers the beam came from a giant spaceship. Afterward, Mark brings Trent back to the subway station, and together with Audrey and the few survivors, they go back to walk through the tunnels. There they meet with Garcia, Jones, and Sarge, who join the group to look for a safe exit. Garcia also gives Mark a gun to defend himself. After walking all night, they find a set of stairs with a window that allows them to see the Air Force is attacking the spaceship. Jones finally gets a signal on her radio and asks for help, but it's denied because they're about to bomb the city without caring if there are any survivors left.